barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. September 28th. Can't wait to meet y'all. See y'all really, really soon. Um, um, yeah, man, we're gonna have a great time, man. I'm thoroughly excited, man. And free food, free haircuts, free love, free fellowship. We're gonna have a great time. And September 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then we can caravan and go on and get ready for the fight. Um, so I'm just driving back from Bakersfield. Don't worry. There's more to that Gary Russell interview. There's much more. But wait, there's more, and that fits the time. What time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning. Just getting back. I figure fuck sleep. Just come straight to the charging station. You know what I mean, and do what I need to do. So, and you guys will thank me for it now because I think this video is important. Fasten your seatbelt. Pay attention to me, and send this to your favorite fighter, whatever camp you in. Who your best friends with somebody, or make sure they listen to this video because this video is extremely important, right? Much is going to be made about that Gary Russell. Everyone's going to have an opinion about it, but I want to talk about something inherently what's wrong with boxing and how we are following the footprints in the sand and is leading us to nowhere. Not nowhere, but I mean, we have to protect one another, right? Gary Russell, Tank Davis is a good fight, right? But I want to get there. I want that to be the premise. As you guys are listening to me, remember that fight. Canelo Alvarez is, they say, the cash cow in boxing, right? Cash cow in boxing, right? He did something that was so powerful this week, and you guys need to fully grasp and understand what the fuck I'm talking about. His brother, Ryan Garcia, was in a world of trouble. World of trouble. He got paid $50,000 for a main event. Oscar robbed him of $950,000, you know. He found out that there was $1 million purse for his fight, and he paid him $50,000. And Oscar jumped in. Canelo jumped in and said, hold up, homie. Hold up. You want to fuck with me? And they already on rocky terms, as we know, right? Hold up, homie. You want to fuck with me? Oh, okay. Oh, you do, huh? Well, pay my little bro. Pay my little bro. And if you're not going to pay my little bro, it's going to be smoke in the city. You know what I mean? It's going to be smoke in the Smoke City Mobcat. You know what I'm saying? And, guess what? Ryan Garcia said he got the highest paid contract and whatever. Canelo went out on a limb to protect his brother. Went out on a limb and used his power of influence to impact the lineage of his culture and his people. And we know how prideful Canelo is. Canelo is a very prideful, arrogant man, and I have no qualms with it. I actually like it. I actually love it. You know, look how Mikey Garcia is dictating terms. Off of a loss. Off a 12-round unanimous decision loss, you know? And to take it a step further, I need you to understand this. I was thinking in my head, because I was putting this story together for y'all. And I says, when was the last black fighter Canelo fought? Obviously, you guys don't jump out the window and say Daniel Jacobs, right? But I'm just going off the top of my head. James Kirkland, right? 2014, 2015 at Minute Maid Park. I remember that fight. He knocked him out against the ropes or some shit, right? And third or fourth round. And I was like, I don't know when that was, but I feel like it was like in the summertime when they fought, because Minute Maid Park baseball stadium's outside. So I'm just going to make that assumption. And it's 2019, right? And then 2019, he fights Daniel Jacobs. Listen, Canelo, you think it's by accident they not fighting black fighters? They gonna pay their family. They gonna pay their brothers. And one, they gonna take the easiest route possible. They gonna take the easiest route possible to make their money and protect their culture, right? And two, when they gotta fight us, they gonna take the most populous and the least amount of threat, that being Daniel Jacobs. Andrade's been waiting. Both Charlos has been waiting. And the list goes on and on and on. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? And then they use us for clout. Oh, Canelo has been the greatest fighter in the world since he learned so much from Floyd Mayweather. Is that the only fighter that's ever learned from losing to Floyd Mayweather? You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's very, very important that we see the tea leaves, okay? We have to understand something. We can make each other great. That's a great hashtag. We can make each other great. Fuck making America great. Fuck making boxing great. We can make each other great. And that brings me to the Gary Russell versus Tank Davis fight. I don't believe neither of the two are afraid of each other. Obviously the fighters beg to differ, right? The same reason same reason why I advocate black fighters go to Al Heyman. The same reason why I suggest that they trust their promoters. The same reason why Tank Davis is being promoted by Floyd Mayweather is the same reason why black fighters need to fight each other and protect one another and go to black media. All this shit got to be reciprocal. I'm tired. All right, you guys know what I'm saying about reciprocal, right? All these things have to be. Gary Russell could have went anywhere else in the world, right? Anywhere. Who doesn't want this interview with Gary Russell, right? I didn't know what I had an idea, but I didn't know the depth of it, you know. And any other media outlet would have picked up this story. And I think it's very, 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 very important that we understand this, right? Like us saying, like, Tank Davis' best fight, yeah, for the world, for the fucking world, might be Lomachenko, but for us, it's Gary Russell. Tevin Campbell. I said that shit before. Tevin Farmer. To the world, yeah. But to us, you put a rematch clause in that Tank Davis fight, you negotiate that shit on your own, you don't have a promoter right now, and you make the fight. Tank, fuck all that street shit, rah, 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 I'm that nigga. And I'm saying this shit out of love because it's very open how much I care about us in general, but how I respect the talent of Tank, how I respect the talent of Gary Russell, and you see how respectful I was with Tevin Farmer last week, and you heard the interview with Deontay. Wow, the list goes on and on and on. Listen, at the end of the day, media members, we have a tough job. We got to pick a winner, all right? Don't misconstrue that with us wanting to get the money, get in the bag. All right, at the end of the day, don't ever fucking forget Pernell fucking Whitaker. Don't ever fucking forget Mike Tyson. Listen, I'm going to tell you something very, very important. There's two differences. And I need you guys to understand this shit, right? Mike Tyson was as powerful and financially and influential culturally as anyone in the world, right? He went to the Muslims, right? Part two. Same with Muhammad Ali, right? Went with the Muslims. The other, Floyd Mayweather, went with the guy from Omaha. Warren Buffett. He's a safe Negro, right? If you're a threat when you don't use your financial capital and invest in their system. You know, Floyd Mayweather says very open, I got high rises all over the world, this and that, and yada. That's great. I want him to have that. In addition to that, in my humble opinion, Tank Davis and all these fighters can't be brainwashed to say, well, that's the mega fight. Yeah, go get the money. Make sure you fight your brothers, though. Pay your brothers. Pernell Whitaker, listen. Let's go through this three-prong example I'm going to give you. Oscar De La Hoya, Chavez Sr., and Pernell Whitaker. Pernell Whitaker beat both of them motherfuckers, right? I still cry. Sometimes I get so fucking angry, a tear drops from my... I get angry. One, obviously, it hits home for me because you guys know my family originated from the Virginia, the Tidewater area, and we fucking love Pernell Whitaker down there. I spent my summers down there. All I knew was Pernell Whitaker. All I knew was Michael Vick, Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson, Alonzo Mourning, you know, Donald Curry. Not Donald Curry, but Ronald Curry. The list goes on and on and on and on, right? And think. He drew with Chavez Sr. and he lost to Oscar De La Hoya. He lost minimum $20 million on the table and his place in boxing. Oscar De La Hoya wins that fight, goes on to have a promotional company, and still has a presence in boxing today. Chavez Sr. drew with him, went on and got another one with Meldrick Taylor, and the list goes on, and now has a prominent job in commentating in boxing. Pernell Whitaker was crossing the street at midnight, no job in boxing, one of the more prolific fighters of this era. Doesn't have a prominent place in boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Think about if the business of boxing just was fair. You didn't have to protect Pernell. He won both fights. And that's what I want us to understand. Yes, go get the bag. Yes, go do XYZ. But when Leo Santa Cruz doesn't want to fight Gary Russell, nigga, get your ass out the way. Tank Davis, get your ass out the way. Nigga, go fight. Tell Leo Santa Cruz to go fight Gary Russell. You understand what I'm saying? The same way the Charlos and Jamel Charlo and Earl Spencer's doing. Oh, you gonna stay? You at 54? I'm at 47. Okay, respect. The same thing. I'm about to go on Andre Ward in a little bit. The same thing Andre Ward did in the amateurs to go get the gold medal. Hey, brother, you gonna go that weight class? Hey, I'm gonna go to this weight class. Let's do it. You understand? Don't go steal his fucking bag. Don't go steal his fucking bag. Make them niggas do what they supposed to do. Listen to me. Alright? The reason why I am the reason why I am as successful as possible, one, you guys are going to meet him. I had a 7th grade teacher named Mr. Darren Craig Early. That's the first time I ever saw black excellence outside of my grandfather in my life. He built into me every day. I was already confident, but it was like dumb confidence, right? Hey, I'm a better basketball player than you. Hey, I'm this, I'm that. You get what I'm saying? And then carry that over to my business partner now, Derek. You guys are going to meet him Saturday. You know, I'm worth upwards of $20 million, right? Took me underneath his wings, okay? And said, this is what we do. And that's why now I'm worth a little bit of money. I have a little bit of success. You understand what I'm saying? The reason, because of all this, is why I am able to do this video and have all these freedoms and luxuries in boxing. All right? I think it's very, 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 very important that we see the big fucking picture. And yes, I may lose sight of the big picture in one video or 2 videos or 3 videos, but the catalog of it is this matters. Canelo ain't fighting us. Canelo should have went through Murderers Row, Triple G, Andrade, Charlo, you know what I mean, Jacobs, you know what I mean. He didn't do it. He did it. I'm telling you, that's planned. And then they say we need to fight somebody. We need to use them before they use us. All right? I think it's very, very, very important. You know, I like the fact that I said this. Maybe I need to rehash this thought. I like the fact that Spence is fighting Porter. From the optics, I like it. We can carry our own damn self. You know what I mean? I like the fact that Deontay Wilder went to Anthony Joshua as a black man and said, here's the $50 million. You don't have to tell Eddie everything. He ran to Eddie Hearn, and we know the rest of the story. I'm saying this shit out of love. And then we don't fight, right? Take this to our fucking community. All right? Remember, we're in a global system, right? That was placed upon us. We're not going to be perfect in this motherfucker. Okay? Elon Musk owns Tesla. Okay? We're not going to be fucking perfect. I don't drive a black-owned car. Okay? We're not going to be perfect. This ain't Musk. Oh, you guys know what I'm talking about. But, all right? It's, when we can, and when we can make an impression, we make a fucking impression. Okay? Dollars matter. Dollars matter. Financial matters. Okay? It's very, very, very important that we see the big picture in this. Okay? Alright? And that's it. So what Canelo did is what we do organically, but we need to start verbalizing this shit. In my humble opinion, start verbalizing this shit. I'm about to go give Tank this payday. I'm about to go give my brother this payday. Fuck all this street shit and rah and this and that. Send this shit to Tank. He need to hear this shit. Tank know I care about him, but I tell every fighter the truth. You know what I mean? Whether it's on camera or, you know what I mean, or in real life, or not in front of the camera. You know what I mean? Like, I'm only gonna spit the real. And I know we're emotional beings. I get it. I get it. Y'all need to get out of Leo Santa Cruz way. Tell this nigga to go to Gary Russell and make the fight. Same thing with Tank Davis. Get out of Tevin Farmar's way. Make the fight. Don't lose this money and opportunity. Tevin Farmer, don't go fight JoJo Diaz for $500,000. You heard what DAZN said. Call Tank Davis. Nigga, can you still make 130? For real. We can still have all this hate, nigga. We can still have all this visceral disrespect and dislike, but let's get this fucking bag. Listen to me. When JoJo Diaz get that strap, if he wins, go through his catalog. What's the only black guy he fought? Gary Russell, probably. I'm just guesstimating. And JoJo Diaz spars in my gym. Alright? I like JoJo Diaz. I love his father, the truck driving story. Love it. I'm not talking about it from that. I'm just talking about it from a realistic perspective. How many black fighters as a whole do Golden Boy fight? Less than 10% of their catalog is probably versus us. But when they have to, they'll do it. Right? Understand the big picture. Alright? Go get your bag. Especially, who's Tank gonna fight? Gamboa? At 135? When you could fight Tevin at 130 and get 3 times the money? I don't know what the money is, but negotiate the deal. Because at the end of the day, you don't know whose side these promoters are on, really. Because remember, their perspective is to stay in the business and find the next one of you. Find the next Tevin Farmer. Find the next Tank Davis. Bob Arum's been in business 60 years. He's gone on beyond Ali and, the Floyd and Oscar and now Lomachenko and Fury. The list goes on and on, right? They want to stay in business beyond us, beyond our lifeline, beyond the lifeline of our talent. Like, I'm a media member. I'm going to be in business beyond the lifeline of your talent. At the start of your career, I'm going to have 2,000 subs. At the end of your career, I'm going to have 200,000 subs. It's reality. And this is a message out of love, man. I was listening to that Gary Russell, and I re-listened to it on the way driving back home, between that and Nipsey, between Nipsey Hussle's lyrics and the words that was coming out of Gary Russell's mouth, it's prolific. So gifted. We got to be the type that's going to go get it. No kidding. Listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Pernell Whitaker died crossing the street on some lonely night in Virginia. That was 20 years in the making, dog. If he beats Chavez, if they give him what he deserves against Chavez and Chavez and Asa De La Hoya, he's still alive today. And I damn sure don't want to wish death upon the other people. So don't say because I want him to live, I want the other ones to die. That's not what I'm saying. He wouldn't have been in that position. Maybe his problems wouldn't have been worse. We know about Pernell Whitaker's problems, right? Or maybe he becomes a functional addict like Oscar. I don't know that. But the fact I'm saying is Pernell Whitaker Promotions would have been prominent. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. See the big picture. We got to love us. And we got to fight us. We got to protect us. We got to promote us. We got to, I'm telling y'all, 3 years from now, remember this video. Remember this video. And see where Tevin Farmer career is going and how much money he's made. And see where Tank Davis is gone. Tank Davis was gloating about his house and his jewelry. How much is your daughter worth? How much is your daughter worth? That's most important. That's your legacy. That's your lineage. That's proof of concept. That's proof of life. That's proof of purpose. I'm not coming down on Tank. I'm using him as the example, okay? Because I know how emotional Tank is. All right, I'm not blasting Tank. He's just the example to get the fucking clicks, to make this story to get to the ears it needs to hear. All right? How much is your child worth? And this video deserves to be implemented into your everyday life. Barbershop Conversations, man. You guys have a great day. How much is your child worth? How much is your child worth? Because that's forever going to be and is your child an appreciating asset? Great question. Right? Or we gonna let boxing and the business of boxing beat us up and be like Mike Tyson? You know what I mean? He's like a shock jock now on everybody's podcast now. You know what I mean? Everyone wants Mike Tyson. What is Mike Tyson gonna say today? Muhammad Ali wouldn't fight one because they wouldn't call him by his name. He wouldn't go to war. Everybody calls Muhammad Ali the greatest, right? Why though? Why does your uncle call Muhammad Ali the greatest? Ask yourself, why? Implement these shits in your life. We can't be perfect. We're not perfect. Muhammad Ali wasn't perfect. He stood for something though. He wouldn't bend. Stand, y'all. Stand. See the big picture. You got a nigga like me front lining. You got a nigga like me front lining every day. You can have my courage. You can have my strength. I'm a part of a group online called the LDBC. I don't fight with them publicly. If I'm going to do a collab, who I'm going to do it? I'm going to do it with a brother. For real. For real. I'm being G with you. And they going to hate it. I handed them back my credentials and said, fuck you. And look how many interviews I've gotten in the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I know what I can do. We're in a global system. That's the big picture. In addition to that, there are pockets where we can implement ourselves to deconstruct our minds and create now it's a subculture within that culture. And then in 100 years, we playing the long game, y'all. We gonna do our job in our lifetime, and we gonna hand it off to the other one. We gonna hand it off to the people we've inspired and touched. You understand what I'm saying? Whether spiritually, physically, the butterfly effect is real. You know. So let's get this work, man. It's Sunday morning. Have a great day, and don't ever fucking forget what Canelo did this week. All right. Don't ever fucking forget. All right. I saw Errol Spence do a live a few months back where he says, why niggas mad at me? I put fighters on in my city. I didn't take no money from them. I put them on for my city. And look, his city fucking loves them. SMU, Cowboys, and all that shit. But look, he's building to the Terrence Crawford fight. He's doing what he has to do to get to the Terrence Crawford fight. Terrence, do what you need to do to get to the fight. See the big picture. Yeah, we got to do certain things. But when we get the power to make the decision, to make the right decision, make the right decision. All right? Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, man, 27 minutes, and I got, yeah, cool. I got 15 more minutes to, 10 more minutes to go. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. I love y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Peace.